Bingo Bombo. Show me that I'm streaming. It will one day. Show me that I'm streaming. I kinda need, excuse me. Thank you. You think I'm offline, but I'm not offline. Ah! Ooh, I think my mic's a little high. Sorry if that was loud. Ooh! I really should put a limiter on that. Okay, we're resetting the Twitch app because that just does not like it. Should also put up a chat window just in case. I don't really use chat window through OBS. But whatever. Back to DS2. I did play a little bit earlier today while I was doing something else. Just a little bit of grinding. I wanted to try and get the Hide Knight armor. Did not work. I also bought the broadsword, but that's about it. I got aggravated. We're just gonna go back and we're gonna continue working our way through the game. See, it's... Last time I played this, oh, I can't believe I need more stamina, desperately. I need more everything, desperately. See, I never remember the way through this area. I do believe that the first weapon that I'm really gonna sit down and dedicate to will be the weapon you get from Flexel's Century.
What is it? I don't know you. Things are... Normally, people keep... I'm called Lucatil, from the land of Mira. You say granular, you like... What a strain. You are an odd one, indeed. Well, you've made it. I can see that you are mid-journey. I come, don't hesitate.
Thanks, Lucatil. So I never end up remembering where to go here, because there are two ways that you can get here. I continually ran out of stamina there. Every time I wanted to roll, I just ran out of stamina. This is why I need more stamina, because I'm used to having a billion of it. There's too many stats I have to upgrade. I would have loved to upgrade my stamina, or my vigor, or my strength more, but like I want to get to a larger weapon, and the only way to do that is to power level strength. Ow. Power level strength, and then of course I put in a good chunk into adaptability. But it's like, ugh, I can't even start to really improve. So this is a +1 broadsword. So we're doing okay on damage. Aha! I've outsmarted you. You have a fireball? What? I still don't like how unresponsive this game feels. Need a fragrant branch of yore to go that way. I can't remember what is that way, mind you. And I need to open up the way to the blacksmith over here, I'm pretty sure. I think he'll kick down the barrel no matter what. Well, he didn't kick it down. But we will need to reset it at some point. This is actually the way that you come here normally. Yeah, you use that lever to open it up. But because I used the pursuer way to get here, I kind of skipped it out. I'm also skipping out on an area at the moment, which we'll have to go back to. But I don't remember any of the right ways to go. Large Titanite shard is nice. See, generally when I stream Souls games, I stream games that I actually know where to go. Not today. When we get to the other Souls games, I will improve pretty significantly. Life Gem, thanks for your support. But once we get to like Dark Souls 3, I know the game really well. I don't know Bloodborne quite as well, but I do know Dark Souls 3 really well. Told you, we always get fucking pursuer ganked. God damn it. I should have rolled. My brain just wanted to strike right. We will fight many, many pursuers in this run because Scholar of the First Sin just spams them around incessantly. What's over here? A much easier way to kill that fucking archer. And a shortcut here. Give me this item. Hey, you gave me a fragrant branch of yore. I never trust the hitbox on that attack. So I always end up rolling it. See, the thing with Pursuer, and what catches up... I don't remember that attack. That attack seems very foreign to me. We got some twinklings for that. That's nice. I got cursed, but I don't know what curse does in this game. I want to lead the dogs out here. Come on. Hello. It doesn't help that this game feels really unresponsive. I think it's because I'm used to Elden Ring's much, much larger buffer. Oh, what a... But, I keep, like, pressing R1 and then going for the second in the combo chain and just completely failing. So I got a Fragrant Branch of Yore. Did I get anything else? When did I get this? Also, as you can see, I'm wearing the old knight armor and leggings, which are really heavy. So I'm really inching near the top of medium rolling at the moment. I thought he was going for a grab. I don't know why I thought he was going for a grab, but I totally thought he was going for a grab. And also, I can't go back to that bonfire. Which is mildly agitating. But that's why we have, Homeward Bones. Weirdly enough, when I first played Dark Souls, I had a thing against Homeward Bones. I refused to use them. I went through many, many Souls games not using Homeward Bones. I refused to use them. I went through this entire game without using Homeward Bones. Yeah, I'm weird like that. I can't remember the way to go over there, so instead I'm just gonna go through this. This is probably gonna be another relatively short stream. It's gonna take a while before I get into the groove of Dark Souls 2 because a lot of it's decent bits. Like it's just not gonna be super enjoyable until I can get a decent weapon and armor that I want, and I can feel like I'm actually making progress. But we aren't there yet, so this game is really draining for me to sit down and play since I don't really like it that much. I kind of hinted at it at the earlier stream, but I dislike this game a lot more than a lot of people do. I have a genuine, pretty considerable dislike of this game. Though there are some good stuff, you know, looking through the wiki, you see how much From Software added. Lots of new styles of weapons, a ton of those weapons, like the variety is up significantly. The armor sets in this game are significantly nicer looking. There's a good chunk of them, they all look really nice. It's honestly just great. And there's a lot of good things to be said about this game, and I forget that you can attack people when they're down like that. But a ton of armor sets in this game are just straight up good looking. I should roll. Hey, look, I'm fine. Sublime Bone Dust. I believe that is what you use to upgrade your flask in this game. That's where I came from. But this early game sucks, because none of its areas are quite as fun. A lot of Dark Souls 2, like, actually good content is near the end, and it's a lot harder, so I'm kind of not looking forward to dying through it, because I've only done its good content once. And even then, it's arguable that it's good. Basically, the old Iron King DLC I've only done once. And because I've only done it once, I don't know it very well. Couldn't we have left the basilisks in the last game? I would have really appreciated if we just left the basilisks in the last game. Into Pirate Bay we may go. It's not actually Pirate Bay, it's something. It's, my brain wants to call it Huntsman's Copse, but that's a later area. No Man's Wharf. This area is just really fucking dark. And I never remember the right way to go through it. And you have to clamber up everything, and there's a ton of very annoying enemies here. Though our damage is pretty good, being able to two-shot a lot of these. Having a torch here will be nice. But we still have, yeah. Well, we do have a torch. I can't remember how to light a torch. I think you do it at the bonfire. Here's our shortcut to the boss, which is the, weird two-faced guy. I can't remember his name. I will genuinely have to look up to remember all the bosses in this game. And we still have hard bosses later in the game to deal with. Yikes. There's not too many, like, genuinely hard bosses in this game. There are a few. Throne Watcher and Defender can be really, really hard. I have to burn that at Modula, if I remember correctly. I can't remember if there's actually any good reason to do that. It's a little R1 spamming at me. You see, we have 30 minutes of torch life left. He had poise there for a moment. That's concerning. I'm kind of just R1 spamming at this point. hasn't gone out. I did put it out this time. So the more torches you have in your inventory, the longer light time you have. It's weird that there's so many things with the torch in this game. I used a lot of Estus to move like 2 feet. But you can see how much stamina I use every fucking swing. I can only get like 3 swings out, if that. Look at all these dogs. And look at that guy up there being a douchebag. The damage feedback in this game is kind of jank as well. Got a bit lucky there. Like, I get hit and then it doesn't really look like I've gotten hit. Yeah, I'm kind of dead here no matter what. Wasn't much I could do. The lack of stamina is really agitating because I can't do anything. I'm trying to be aggressive, but I keep overusing stamina. Because of course I am. Because I have none of it. Yeah, I could increase my stamina regen by... I mean, this is worse, but man, it really does reduce the... And I believe in this game, stamina regen speed, walk speed, is a linear graph, effectively. Ow. Okay, I've already been up here. I think early game Dark Souls 2 is really, really rough. It's just one of those things. You know, it's a worse game, but you also just start out weaker. And you're still dealing with all the same mechanics that the game wants you to deal with later into the game. See, I had to swing there, but I just don't have the stamina to fucking deal with all of this. It's just aggravating. Hi, look at you.
I thought that might be you. You haven't changed a bit, have you? A wretched place, indeed. What could have caused? Ah, yes. This is for... Of course,
There are decent things in this game. Human effigies are the most noteworthy. Not human effigies, bonfire aesthetics. Bonfire aesthetics in this game are, it's the only official way FromSoft has, that's what we like to call immense fucking bullshit, because From Software didn't bother to design shifting homing heavy attacks to light attacks. If I had just pressed R2 again, I would have been fine. But it's whatever. It's just aggravating when... Like, Dark Souls 1 doesn't have it either, but Dark Souls 1 is very much more of a single-hit style of game. I think this is a good time to heal. I don't remember the way I should go. I've also not gone the same way, so the 10,000 souls that I did have, I'm kind of just letting exist in a place. We're also about to get to these fuckers. These fuckers are tough, and they run away from light. Now I got lucky there that I didn't get hit, because obviously it looked like I should have been hit. But this is where the first torch thing happens, because these guys are scared of light, and you can just walk through the area. And apparently if I'm facing dead onto them, it doesn't matter. Because that first hit just doesn't hit me. I feel like getting my souls is a worthwhile endeavor. Got about half of my durability left on my broadsword. I want to aggro dogs. Nope. My stamina can't keep up with it. And then I just die. There was nothing I could fucking do because it just wouldn't. It just whiffed half my attacks. There goes 10,000 souls because of... I'm blaming adaptability. Yeah, it was my choice to put into adaptability, but... that's because someone thought it was a good idea to add it. I blame Miyazaki. Actually, I don't think Miyazaki was head director of this game. At this point, it just doesn't matter. Don't get me wrong, like... I don't know where I'm going. This is why you try and figure out where you're going. Oh, stupid. So a lot of the areas in this game, I was talking about it earlier, and I didn't finish my thought if I remember correctly. Dark Souls 2 takes a different philosophy to how they do their areas, because they want people to actually try and fight through them, except it's Dark Souls 2 and no one wants to fight through them, because this game is too slow. Its bosses can be okay, but a lot of the times its bosses just suck. But the thing is, it also just wastes the player's time a lot. So you'll see me running into a lot of enemies because they, oh, that was just my fault. I'm not blaming the game for that one. This is just another death because I keep forgetting where the fuck I'm supposed to go because I can't see this staircase. You know, if the game would allow me to sprint, this wouldn't be a problem. There's a lot of these things up here. I'm just gonna tank the death for the item. Can't remember the right way to go, so I come to the determination that I didn't that I shouldn't have gone in there. I'm making more progress than I would if I had just sat there and done it, because I just don't have the resources to do that. This is less of a problem with slightly heavier weapons, because they tend to have a lot of durability. But man, anyone who hadn't played a Souls before Elden Ring and went back to these games, you're gonna miss a lot of the quality of life features that Elden Ring added. Stakes of Marika. And not using fucking stamina while sprinting when there's no enemies around. Obviously I'm sprinting around enemies, so it doesn't really matter, but if you haven't noticed, I also have a really shit memory. So I have problems remembering the way that I come. In the short term. There wasn't anything I could do there. So the game locked me on when I got hit. I think. Maybe I hit the button, I don't know. But then while trying to control the camera, I continually swapped back and forth between the two of them, which fucked up all of my swings. And that's how I got comboed into it. The animations in this game don't feel very good. It feels like they're on a delay, almost. Dark Souls 3's animations, and by extension Elden Ring's animations, which, while improved, are very similar, they feel stiffer. But the problem is or not really the problem, but the stiffer animations just feel better to play with, even if they don't look as good. Whereas the more fluid animations of this game do feel restrictive. I am missing a lot of things by the way that I've done this. Skipping through. This brings the boss area forward. I do need to go that way to go back down, and fuck you. Dude. Fuck you. But, I can't remember how to get down there. I'm assuming I can just do it. That I have to go anywhere. I need to open up the shortcut that actually gets me to that boat. Because right now, I haven't been anywhere near it. Yeah, how did I not think of that the first time? If I remember correctly, one of these houses has a fuck ton of these things in it. Yeah, that looks about right. If I can lure them one by one up these stairs, it'll make my life easier. I got bombed. Bonking in this game is that. And it is severely mitigated in Elden Ring. It's still a problem in Dark Souls 3, but it's not as much of a problem. Now I just gotta find the way down. I wouldn't say that scared the crap out of me, but it didn't, I was not happy. I just need to find that right there. Ow! Leave me alone, please. Oh my god, I'm gonna die by a poison. What was that poison tick speed? Why was it so... like, my brain was like, oh, it's poison, it's whatever. It's not toxic, it's not gonna kill me quickly. And then it just killed me in half a second. I am assuming that poison does not do percentage-based damage in this game. It does flat damage per tick, I'm assuming. That is an assumption. It is not fact. So now, the game gets to waste my time. Because I get to run back because someone put poison barrels in that room. For no good reason. It's fine. We're just gonna run through it anyhow. Assuming the game allows me to run. And of course I have to... Please don't kill me. Oh, I got so lucky there. Ugh. And now I have to kill these things again. Gladly, they're not too hard, but man, I don't want to. Come on. Where do these things drop? Radiant life gems. That's nice. Fucking hell, I didn't see him. I will admit I'm probably a little too hard on this game sometimes. Back last time I played it, which was the first time I had played it in a while, I kind of just said that, you know, for all of its problems, it will eventually just devolve into just being Souls fun. But it takes a while to get there. We'll just wait for him to come to us. Even if waiting for him to come to us just kind of almost killed me. We're still weak enough that having a lot of souls, oh, another fragrant branch of yore, and also there's a titanite bug somewhere. Do I have, something I can throw? Flame butterfly, very, very useful. That will give us access to lighting our torch without needing to be by a fire source, which is super useful. And then I do want to be slightly careful here because these guys can push you into you just interact with it. It's a hell of a shortcut. I honestly am not... Well, I'm not 100% sure I'll get... well, that I'll beat this boss first try. It's not a boss that I'm too familiar with, as most are, like, as most bosses in this game. But, I don't think I'll die on the way here. So, I'm just kinda gonna run to the boss in the first place. This boss has a unique idea to it in the fact that the room will slowly fill up with water. And you gotta be careful because obviously both sides of this boss can attack you. But you need to beat this boss fast enough so you don't get slowed down, which is basically an insta-kill anyhow. And eventually I believe the water will get deep enough that it will, What a choke. What a choke. Ugh, that's awful. I like the idea. I do, however, as you probably noticed, don't trust this game's recovery frames. So being aggressive feels wrong to me. What I mean by that is you'll see that I stand around and I straight up just wait for a good opening to attack in this game. Unlike in something like Elden Ring, where I'd probably be far more aggressive because I'm very, very familiar with its recovery, how long recoveries take in that game. I'm just going to use a life gem to heal. I kind of want to bait out the jump attack. That was a mistake. I used too much stamina. Ooh! I got roll caught. Look at that Estus recovery animation. Look at... I'm not as familiar with this game's iframes. So I end up fucking up 90% of my dodges. Flexile Century Soul. Can't use it to get the curved greatsword that I'm thinking about trying out for this run. Until much, much later. Not much, much later. It's in this area, the guy that I need to find, but you need a fragrant branch of yore. Which I have a few of. But I could also use it to advance into Shaded Woods, which has some really, really good items for early game. If I remember correctly, this entrance to Sinner's Rise is, not good. If I remember correctly, there is a fuck ton of enemies just between you and the way you need to go. And you know we're wall humping. Yeah, at some point I'd like to stream another FPS on this channel. It's Lost Bastille. I think Sinner's Rise is like the boss area. There is a bonfire behind one of these doors. I remember that. Common fruit. There's also a secret boss in this area. It's the Belfry Gargoyles. Look at that lighting engine. Look how brilliant that looks. Look at the way that it casts shadows. I mean, it's not like ray trace shadows, but still. Not that if it was ray trace shadows, we'd be in a much bigger issue. We're gonna head to Modula. We're gonna upgrade our flask with the burning thing, the bone, not... Yeah, whatever. We're gonna upgrade the flask, but we're also just gonna power level endurance. I don't quite think I have enough strength, but you get inherent poise from endurance? That's good to know. You know, I also got 10 HP, but I'm getting 10 more stamina. It's slightly more than 10%. It's like 12% more stamina. And then here I can burn the Sublime Bone Dust, which will get me a +1 Estus Flask. I do not remember where any of these things are, by the way. I am completely winging it. I can't remember if there is actually anything I want specifically in Lost Woods that would necessitate me holding on to a Fragrant Branch of Yore for it. I know I need one for the guy. The guy who I can use to get the... whatever the fuck it's called. The weapon I'm looking at using. I do remember not liking this opening, but technically I don't need to go this way, because I have the other bonfire. If I remember correctly, there is a pursuer that spawns... This is the problem. They put dogs down here. I'm pretty sure a pursuer spawns down here. It's just annoying. I don't have to go this way, but there are some good items this way if I remember correctly. I wish my run button worked. It was only mildly close. I can't remember what is this way. Fill of a Brave Warrior is nice. I wonder if I can coax anyone into chasing me. Royal Swordsman armor. That actually might be a good middle ground for me. I should kill the dog. All dogs are good boys, unless those dogs are in a Souls game. Or unless that dog is Sith. And Sith might be a girl. I can't fucking remember. Don't you explode? I think they grab you. More flame butterflies, fantastic. Eventually we'll have enough of them that, like, any more just won't fucking matter. But, they do explode. I was right. But for now, they're just something that we want more of. Because they'll be useful. That dog phased through a door. This is what we like to call annoying. I'm dead. Nothing I could do there. I got backed into a corner. That's what we like to call a Dark Souls 2 trap. And that you can blame Miyazaki for. But guess what? It means we have to do this whole section again. Yay! Can you hear the sarcasm in my voice? Ow! I'm dead. I don't have invulnerability during these animations. Oh, there goes those souls that I counted up. Yikes. I can't believe I took so much damage. I think it's because I did that plunging attack, so when I landed on the top of it, I broke it instantly. And so it didn't count me as resetting. Or maybe it was just bullshit. No! Go away! We're gonna be seeing this fucker a lot. Yeah, fuck the Forlorn. At least he gave me good souls, I guess. There's nothing I could do. Fuck off. Why didn't you see me earlier? Stupid fucking dogs, and they're absolutely zero. Pursuer, go the fuck away! I need to be able to heal. There, I should be able to reset. Except now I gotta deal with this stupid dark blast thing that he has. Thanks for cursing me. I rolled really early there. I'm surprised I actually dodged. I am very surprised we are alive. Genuinely, I am very surprised. I was totally expecting to get my ass handed to me. It's not that I can't handle a pursuer, it's just... we really... Hey, there's an Estus Flash shard. That's fantastic. So... remember when I said we needed to... Will you turn the fuck around? Remember when I said we needed to trigger this guy to push the barrel down? Hello? Hello? Fine, I'll push it down. Ugh. My dog is barking.
Shadow. Oh, dear friend. Flynn, I'm not do the blood. So, right now, you've got...
Bastard sword. Two-handed weapon I could purchase. Uchi, I don't have the dex for it. Great axe, don't have the strength for it. Winged spear I already have. Scythe. I wanted to use the scythe this run, and then I realized that they suck. I need more Titanite shards. I don't know why my dog is barking like he is. He's a good boy, I promise, but he's... But he can be a little, of a pain in the ass sometimes. So I think because I killed the pursuer, it, didn't respawn the, things. So we're going to be very careful with how we do this. Dude, why can I not roll out of the way of that? At least I was able to get this guy down here. The Wanderer set. So a lot of these are better, but heavier. I'm assuming that's the best I can wear. Yeah. That's not how you do that in this game. The Royal Swordsman armor. That's pretty good. It's just worse than the old knight armor, but it is still a lot lighter than that. I'm wearing the old knight leggings, and nothing comes close to it, although these do have a lot better elemental resistance. If I can... Is there anything better than what I'm wearing? No. I've still got probably just a little bit... I honestly think that the life ring probably isn't worth it at this point, comparatively to that. I think that's better. If you're wondering where I'm going, I don't know either. I believe the meta in this game for PvE is a rapier, which I have never used. I am not familiar basically at all with metas in these games. I'm just not. It's not my area. Obviously in Elden Ring I played during release. I heard what all the people were saying back then, but I don't know what it is now. I got my own personal meta. What do I enjoy using? But aside from that, and to be fair, like I do kind of understand that the katanas in that game are really good. Now, there's another one. If I remember correctly, there's two of them. Oh, is this the fucking elevator that you need to... I will use that in a moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to just mash roll after all of these. I am nearly positive there is another one of them. Parrying dagger. Twin blade? No idea how good the twin blades are in this game. Bone staff. Never trust messages. There is a Pharaoh's Lockstone there, but I don't have any. I can't remember where this goes. I do remember that there is a... There's an item that is very useful on one of these ledges. That one, right there. That you have to, like, roll down onto. And I can't remember... I believe this takes you to the top, which brings us to the guy that we want to talk to. I don't trust that sound. Hello. How are you? Look at the drip that he has. It's an intelligence-focused set.
Very cursed one.
Sure. There's the Pursuer's Ultra Great Sword, the Warped Sword, and the Arced Sword, which you get from the Flexile Sentry. It's a pretty good curved greatsword that I wanted to use. It requires 16 dex and 26 strength. I'd like to move over to that before we... Bleh. I can't remember where he waits, now that I think about it.
Is that it? Here, to see, however.
I'm pretty sure he's up there still. I don't have another one, do I? I still need to grab that, just make sure we don't use... I think we can use the Soul of the Pursuer. I don't think there's anything from it that I care about. I wasn't planning on using Ultra Greatswords this run. I did it in my last run, and there is a bug with them in this game that makes them kind of meh. They don't lock on, basically, at all, so you can kind of turn around. You have to be really careful with them. So I needed 18 dex and 26 strength, or 16 dex and 28 strength.
Seek, lest.
I want to say that's correct. It may require 18 strength. But, for now, I don't know.
Souls, if you seek bigger,
Hey, we can use it.
do you really think you can manage?
No. Fuck intelligence. Besides, hexes are better. So, we're not getting as much of a damage increase. And now I can only really swing twice. And I'm heavy rolling. Well, I'm not heavy rolling anymore. I'm not wearing any pants. while this is slightly stronger, so something that I want to do, let's go down to a much lighter armor. I think the Wanderer coat, this is better, but I'm assuming this is kind of what I can wear. And then I'll put on these, and then we'll scale up from there. That's too high. But the Vagrian armor is better. Okay. So, if I remember correctly, the best way to do this is to just... It's a bonfire aesthetic. That's why I remembered it. So bonfire aesthetics, they basically advance the new game cycle in the area of the bonfire you do it, as well as respawn enemies and bosses and things that you've killed enough of. It is the only way in Souls ever that FromSoft has ever given us. It is the only way we have ever been able to respawn or retry bosses once we've killed them once. And yes, I do realize that I need to go back upstairs and rest because I do not have full health. I think my dogs are getting into something. Ow. I'm probably gonna die here. Because that's got really good impact, but man. The thing is, this is the Arse Sword, and because it's a boss weapon, it only gets upgraded with Petrified Dragon Bone, which means that it won't get stronger than this. Until Iron Keep at the earliest, and that's a while away. Because that's when the first Petrified Dragon Bone can be found, is in Iron Keep. At least from the diving I did on the wiki. And wikis are notoriously kind of mid-reliable in this game. And of course, I could probably get something stronger. Through just using normal means. The low stamina problem is going to exacerbate itself with this weapon, because honestly, it's not much better than the broadsword. But man, that is some... But like, if we look at it, we are doing 144 plus 80. Which means we're doing 234 damage, I want to say. 224. I can't math. And then with the broadsword at +1, we're doing 209. And it's faster. It's just not worth it until we have better decks. But I think this still has... It's got C strength scaling. But if I power level decks, we'll be okay. That's the way we need to go. I can't remember what's up here. This is going to be a much longer playthrough than the DS1 playthrough. And that's purely because I don't know it very well, and because of it I end up having to do a more exploratory playthrough in the first place. Like, I could try and rush through it, but the truth is because I don't know where everything is, and because because I lack confidence in my ability to do it, I don't want to rush through it. DS1 was kind of one of those things that the moment I started doing it, I'm like, yep, I'm fine. I'm not worried about this anymore. Now we get one of the most annoying sections in this game. No, I do not remember what this item is, but yes, I will grab it. Lacerating knife. I think it's bleeding throwing knife. So we are going to waste one of our butterflies for this. So if you don't recognize the boss we killed 20 minutes ago, longer than that, but that right there is one of the more annoying aspects of this area. They just put the last boss right in fucking front of you, on the way to the next boss. And this boss gets dramatically harder if you don't go to the sides. Thank God they can't follow us. If you don't light these things. However, because we picked up a few of these flame butterflies, we can just do that. And I don't have the key to open it. This is what we like to call something that I didn't realize beforehand. Game knowledge! Game knowledge! Well, we're just gonna do it without, because fuck you. I can deal with fucking fireballs. I've gotten my ass handed. I believe there are things in this arena that, like, shoot fireballs at you unless you light it up. Or, no, part of me thinks maybe the challenge of it is that she, like, you lose aggro on her when she jumps back, or you lose, not lose aggro, but you lose, lock on. That's the word I'm trying to find. And yes, I did just get my ass absolutely handed to me. I believe my life gems will currently still heal more over a period of time than my Estus will. We're just going to use that. The Lost Sinner is the best early game boss in this game. She's quite fun, and if it is too hard with the darkness, I will need to look up where the key is to move forward. But the problem with that is, I used one of my flame butterflies because I thought that I would not need... that I wouldn't need... Like, I just open the door. This is what we like to call immense bullshit. See, this is why I don't fight this guy. I just hate fighting. But this is also kind of a peeky at what happens if you don't kill the Flexile Sentry fast enough in the actual boss fight against it. Getting slowed down and losing a ton of your health from a 2-foot drop. And remembering that you, again, didn't put the fucking elevator up, necessitating you kill all of these enemies. This is what we like to call the Souls Casual approach. Or the maybe dying because of... Someone yell at me to make sure I put up that fucking elevator. We will ignore the Flexile Sentry. Did I call it the Sentry? It is not a Sentry. The Flexile is not a Sentry. It is a Sentry. And then we have the Lost Sinner. And the next boss after it is the boss that I'm scared most of in the early game. The, are they the Ruined Sentinels? The Ruined Sentinels? I can't remember what they're called. They're the something Sentinels. And you have to fight 3 of them. And they fucking suck. Flexing Sentry? Yeah, that sounds about right. This game is a flexing sentry. I very much agree with that. Time to get my ass handed to me by the Lost Sinner again. Because I didn't remember where the key is. It's a 2-hit. It's a thrust that I shouldn't have taken damage on. That's Dark Souls 2 rolling. Yeah, that's annoying. Why did that just look like it'll whiff me? Oh my god, it's a roll catch. Why is my brain not registering that it's a roll catch? Because I'm used to rolls actually functioning. That sounds like a pain in the ass to get to. Do I even have the Squire's Quarter Bonfire? No. Do I really care? Am I so incompetent at this game that I can't handle? That's gonna do a lot of damage. See, I guess the real question is, am I incompetent enough at this game that I need it? I'm currently under the assumption that the argument is yes, because I've died now twice to the Lost Sinner. I died to the Flexile Sentry. Not that one, but the actual boss one that doesn't have random exploding people in it. If only I remembered any aspect of this video game. I do actually have the wiki open in the background to look up anything that I need to. I should probably just... Will you leave me alone? The answer to my earlier question was yes. I suck at Dark Souls 2, man. I fucking suck at this game. I didn't put the elevator back up again. I've played this game before, I swear. I'm gonna get hit again from this stupid... Really? You are in the wrong stream, man. I am an absolute DS2 hater. I dislike this game most than, like, even, like, Souls veterans. Like, obviously it's kind of the black sheep of the series, but I dislike this game more than most. But I decided that I was gonna come back and play it for the stupid revisit. I started with Dark Souls 1, and I was planning on doing 3 in Bloodborne anyhow. Where the hell did you come from? It's really not my favorite. It's my least well, it's not my least played Souls game, because Demon's Souls exist, and I like this game a lot more than Demon's Souls. But, it's definitely my least played Souls game of the ones that, like, I actually have enjoyment playing. I'm playing on Scholar of the First Sin, and I'm playing on PC. And I know Dark Souls 2 veterans hate Scholar of the First Sin. It's just... Am I being followed? Please tell me your aggro range doesn't come all the way here. That's the same thing for me. I played through Demon's Souls once because I'm like, I've beaten every Souls boss. I need to be able to beat every Souls boss, and Demon's Souls is very much Souls. If we're counting Bloodborne and Elden Ring, then it's absolutely Souls, and I just did not enjoy my time with it. I mean, I've played more of Scholars than I have of original DS2, and I played original DS2 on the PlayStation 3. So the improved frame rate here is a lot nicer. And of course, I never played the DLCs when I played through DS2 originally. So when I bought Scholar of the First Sin on sale a few years back and did my playthrough of it, I got to play the DLCs for the first time. And yeah, that means I had to do Frozen Outskirts. This is an unfortunate series of events. I promise, I'm a lot better at this series than a lot of people. Not this game. I'm just gonna say, this game, I'm a casual. Hard casual today. Yeah, but I dislike Demon's Souls enough that I actually cheesed my way through my original playthrough using a lot of the duplication glitches. I'm dead. I rolled too early. I thought he was going to jump back. Old Iron King is obviously the best of the DLCs. Hume Knight is the best boss in this game. It's probably top 10 bosses in this series overall. It is just far better than this game. It hits above its weight class. I remember Sunken King being really confusing to go through, which is why it hurts. And then, one of my friends, their favorite boss in this game is the old Ivory King. And honestly, I see it, but man, I hate that opening section, trying to close all the portals and all that. I hate that section. But man, the Frigid Outskirts might be the single worst area in a Souls game ever. No, it is. It's not could be. It just is. I fucking hate it, and I'm gonna have to do it again for this playthrough. I don't want to do it again. I will get better at this game as I'm playing through it. I've only put in like 2 or 3 hours. Which, honestly, given my time in this game, I should be further, but whatever. But I'm looking forward to going through old Iron King again. Yeah, I could just mod the shit out of it. I thought about... Because I wasn't sure if I wanted to come back to DS2. There was a... Yeah, there was a thought in my head that, you know, if I was going to come back to it, there's a few mods out there that are vanilla plus that fix a lot of the issues from it. I think the one that I was looking at that still hasn't, like, released is the Dark Souls 2 Resolution or something like that, that looks to make the game probably a bit more similar to DS3. And I know a lot of DS2 hardcores would hate that. There are a lot of good things in DS2, but a lot of those good things for those people are not good for me. But I respect their opinions. You know, a lot of people like this game more than me, and my opinion is not fact. So... But I am definitely a Dark Souls 2 hater. I think I'm allowed to after that. I'm sitting up in the chair. Just gotta remember this game's a lot slower than Elden Ring or DS3. So I just gotta take it slower. That was a fast swipe. I need to stop rolling back to dodge that thrust. This is my favorite early game boss in this game, by a long mile, but, like, it doesn't have too many competitors. Like, the Pursuer is decent, but the Pursuer is completely ruined by the fact that you have to fight, like, 15 of them throughout the course of Scholar of the First Sin. But the idea that this boss gets way more aggressive as it goes on... I gotta get the lean in. Gamer lean! My eyes are less than a foot away from the screen. And I instantly overswung. Sure, I'll take that. You know what this game should get praised for? That I probably haven't praised for it enough. So, me and my other Souls veteran friend, we both agree... So he likes Dark Souls 2 a lot more than I do. And one of the things we both agree on is the fact that even if DS3 is objectively a better game, because it doesn't have as much crap content in it, which I think even Dark Souls 2 fans can agree this game is a bit over-bloated with content that's honestly not that fun. But this game takes risks. Like, it actually takes risks. DS3 is, like, the single most safe entry in the series. Aldia? Aldia doesn't show up until later. But it takes risks that the other games don't.
You have acquired that is more.
And the greatest advancement that this game has is its UI. I can get 24 decks for there. That would increase... I'm going to go down to 20. I need more endurance if I want to move forward with the... I want to use heavier weapons in this playthrough than the broadsword, but... because I have so many problems with this game's rolling, I initially basically power leveled adaptability to 25. I was going to go higher, but honestly, there's diminishing returns from this point to 39, so I'm just kind of like, what's the point? Yeah, I can get more iframes, but at this point, why does it matter? I do, however, need to look up how to get to the something belfry, the hidden belfry, the stupid place where you have to fight a bad version of the gargoyles. Belfry Luna, that's it. I've got the wiki page open. Wait, it's in yeah, it's connected to Las Bastille. Yada yada. Sentinel approach. Oh, I have to defeat the ruined sentinels first. I don't want to do that, but I'm going to do that. I have to. Yeah, I need to kill this ruined sentinels first. Are the ruined sentinels? I thought the ruined sentinels were a required boss fight. I'm doing all bosses no matter what. It's the only reason I'd be going to Luna Belfry anyhow, so I gotta kill these normally. Either way. I gotta head to the... power apart. I think I have to use one of my fragrant... Do I even have another fragrant branch of yore? I doubt it. I have 2 of them. That's amazing. Pretty sure I have to use it for this. You go over here, and then you go up. I'm gonna probably want to... Dark Souls 2 hitboxes! I'm probably gonna want to track down some more Titanite shards. Because, I don't think a +1 broadsword is exactly the best thing for killing the ruined sentinels quickly. I know you get one right there. I did that earlier, but still, it's annoying that I have to use one here. Unless there's another way to go, which there probably is. That explodes, doesn't it? It's an enemy. Well, now you're dead. If you can't tell, I don't remember jack shit about this game. This is what we like to call a problem. And also, the me not going the right way. I'm pretty sure I had access to this area already. I'm pretty sure I just wasted a fragrant branch of yore. It's only like the 2nd rarest item in the game. Oh, I miss knowing everything about this game. And I did at one point, but because I have replayed it so few times in comparison, I just... It's just one of those things that I don't remember anything about it. I used to wiki dive the hell out of this game. Which I do for all Souls games, but... Now it just doesn't matter to me. So I just kind of wing my way through it. I thought I hit you twice. We'll just go through this slowly. Instead of rushing through it. Which may not be an option, but... I gotta go down here. Give myself a little distance. just take it slow, and we'll be fine. There's a lot of exploding guys in this area, if I remember correctly. Don't backstab me, please. Huh. I shouldn't go out that door. I think that would be a bad idea for my health. But back when I first played this game, man, was I bad at it. I'm still bad at it. But, to say that I struggled with this game when I first played it would be the understatement of the century. I will open up that shortcut before I move into the Ruined Sentinels boss fight. Is this even the boss fight? I'm assuming it's the boss fight. Because all I remember about that fight... Well, I remember the fight, of course. But I know that it's imperative I just absolutely go bananas on that first century. Not sentry. Sentinel. That's the word I'm looking for. Can I lure you guys out? Hello. To a place where the camera can see. I miss heavy attack chaining and no light attacks. I should probably explore the area a little bit more, grab the normal bonfire for this before I move forward. I believe there's another way I can go down here, if I remember correctly. So that's Window of Death. Yada yada yada. Falling out a window. I'm forgetting something. I swear this area was larger. What am I missing? Well, don't care. I may be blind, but... if this is what I gotta do, it's what I gotta do. I probably should have healed first. I have to heal, and that's not good. I should have used some pine resin. Pretty sure I have some. I think I can kill it with a plunging attack. Fucking amazing. I would have liked to stay up there, though, because we're gonna get ganked. There's not much I can do. I don't think there's another way up, so we're just gonna have to... I think this might be cooked. I think I might have cooked this. I think the following the Sentinel down was a bad idea. By thinking, I mean I know it was a bad idea. I need to have eyes on both of them. That's gonna hit me. Yeah, it's just... it's fine. Gladly the run for this is extremely dangerous. And almost impossible to do the quick way. It's only going to be mildly annoying. There's only the two guys here, which I can run past. Now, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, the safest way to do this is to actually go down, not to the left. Because you end up just dying if you go to the left. If only I had time to buff. Which I do not, because these guys... Don't you dare stagger me out of this animation. That's annoying. If I give distance, maybe. Did they improve their AI or something? I swear that they used to bum rush you while you were up here. Get me out of the menu. Please, someone else jump up here. Come on. I'm okay. I felt the spike. Take a deep breath. And stay calm. I hate all boss fights that allow you that like force you to take damage in them. And it's unrealistic to fight the Flexile Sentries on the Flexile Sentries? The Ruined Sentinels. On the small platform. And it's agitating that they didn't put it low enough down that you could just... I'm taking so much damage here because I've forgotten the way to go, because I have short-term memory loss. Oh, fuck off. Well, we're going in with 4S, it's not 5. This boss I remember struggling with immensely on my original playthrough. Summons? 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 Nah. I'm not a fan of summoning personally, even in bosses I don't really like. I avoid summoning for the most part at all times. Unless, like, I'm replaying the game directly after another playthrough of it. So it's kind of like a... like a victory lap in a way. Okay. I gotta be ready to roll when this one jumps up. I can't. Why did I do that? Fuck off. I'll give Nito shit for it. I'm giving them shit for it. My brain knew. I made the mental note. You took a hit. You can't fall down without dying. And I'm like, at the same time, my brain said, well, you can't take another hit without dying, and if you stay up here and try to heal, you will die. So, one overruled the other, and it was... Oh my god. Oh, fuck off! I don't care about you. Leave me alone. I'm just... Why am I even online? No. Fuck off. Just leave. I'm not dealing with you. Well, too bad. Bye. Better question. What a snipe. I appreciate it, but I'm good, man. I kind of thought it might be you, but I wasn't sure. And it's a hell of a snipe, though I'm assuming there aren't too many people playing. Okay, we're gonna jump down and grab a life gem. It's only mildly agitating. I've been streaming for 2 hours, and I'm starting to get a little agitated. So we're gonna call this a rage quit moment. I might do a little grinding in my off time when I'm not streaming, not making progress, to get a little bit more damage on either the broadsword or the arse sword. I can't upgrade this though. That's the problem. I could at least increase my armor rating if I'm not using the arse sword. Since obviously the broadsword is so much lighter. But oh man, that man's dealing with the greatsword bug. So I could increase my armor rating, which would help. But right now my damage is just really low. In this case, like, all I'm doing is trying to hold out on upgrade, like, spending a ton of time upgrading weapons until I have a better variety of weapons to use. Which is always a problem in proper Souls games. Because the first time I played this game, I played with a straight sword and a shield. And, yeah, no, I don't do that anymore. And then the second time, when I played through it, you know, like a few years back on this version, I used the... Oh, what is it called? It's a twinkling weapon? Yeah. I definitely have weapons I could use. Hell, I could use this old knight halberd. I could use a ton of these weapons, which are probably better than the broadsword, but I'm assuming the broadsword at +2 or +3 would supersede them. I don't know, I have to do math. And I'm not good at math. Do they not have upgrade materials separate here? Yeah. So I could increase it. I think I can increase it one more if I wanted to, which I won't do now just so I have the option to do later with another weapon. That's not. But the broadsword, I mean, it's still 246, isn't it, in this game? I'm assuming it's 1246 in this game then. For Titanite Shard. So I could put it up to +2, but I think there's probably plenty of, yeah, I know, it's the meta weapon. I could use the winged spear, which is mostly thrusting damage as well. Though the Ruined Sentinels are weak to blunt weapons, which would also help, not that I have any. Maybe I'll just dual-wield fists at them. I'm not super tied to any single weapon in this game at the moment. Looking at its weapon list, I'm like, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this. I'll probably end up upgrading a bleed weapon at some point, because even though status effects are not good in this game, they're not terrible in this game. Is, yeah, I'll probably only upgrade a bleed weapon in this game purely for the Ancient Dragon. Because I have to do that again. And even if he's nerfed now, I don't want to think about it again. I remember my first playthrough fighting that fucking tanky-ass motherfucker. It's one of my least favorite bosses in a Souls game. Anyhow, I'm gonna head out. Elbroski, I appreciate you keeping me company throughout the stream. I hope I was not embarrassing to all Dark Souls 2 enjoyers. I mean, I was, but we can ignore that. And I appreciate your attempted to help. But, you know, this is just kind of me revisiting it, and I am streaming it more so for archival purposes. But I appreciate the offers either way. I hope you and anyone else who's watching, probably not currently, enjoy the rest of your days. And I will probably stream again tomorrow or very late tonight. I don't know. Anyhow, goodbye.